Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today let's react to the Booker Prize Longlist. We are about 20 minutes away from, in my time, the Booker Prize Longlist announcement. I'm so excited, and I have been lately doing these kind of live reactions for you about the long lists of different prizes, and I've been really in particular looking forward to the Booker Prize because I've never done specific Booker Prize reading vlogs before, and I'm going to be doing them this year. So basically this announcement is going to be kind of announcing my TBR for the next month or maybe 2 months. So there's a lot riding on this because I'm going to be planning on reading every single one of the long list. I also have a strong suspicion that I will have read maybe none, maybe one. If I've read 2, I'll be happy. If I've read 3 or 4, I'll be overjoyed, and I just don't think that's likely. There's never usually, I don't read enough new lit fic that comes out quickly enough to have read more than like 4 from this list. So a lot of these books are going to be not read by me, but I think I also hope I recognize a lot of them. I did do a prediction video, and I'll remind you of my predictions as well. If you want to see my entire predictions and kind of go through why I came up with the list of predictions, you can go and watch that video. I have been keeping up with other people's prediction videos and other people's Booker Prize videos, and so I'm just so excited that the announcement is finally here, and I'm nervous, but I'm mainly excited. I don't feel like I'm going to be upset by anything that I see on there, and I don't have anything on my long list that I'm going to be really upset about that doesn't make it, except for maybe a couple of them. But I already am telling myself that it seems unlikely they're going to be on there. But honestly, the one book that I think I'd be upset that didn't make it on the long list is Universality, and I don't think it will make it, but something's telling me it won't because it's had such mixed reception. But for me, this is a 5-star read. I absolutely love this book, so we'll really see which way it goes, and I'm not sure what's going to happen. Maybe I'll just run through my entire list of predictions before the announcement actually starts, just to remind you. I'll do a quick fire, I'll put them on screen and list through them. So I was thinking, other than Universality, there is Glyph on there. Be very happy to see that. We also have Dream Hotel that I would also love to see. I love Dream Hotel. A couple of others that I would be happy to see, but like, you know, they weren't my favourite books, are Beautyland, Good Girl and Nesting. Then I have a couple that I have not read yet that I do have on my TBR that I have here, which are Days of Light and Ripeness by Sarah Moss. I feel like when I made my prediction video, I was like, I'm going to try and read these before the announcement. Did I? No. Other than that, we have a few that I've poached from other people's lists that either they were talking about them, they got me really excited about reading it, like Helm by Sarah Hall or Wee Pretty Pieces of Flesh, and as well Our Evenings, which seems to be like a pretty popular choice. It's on lots of people's lists, and lots of people have read it and really loved this one, and it seems very Booker to me. Haven't ended up buying this one because it's still only available in hardback, and it's a big chunky boy, and it was like 25 quid when I saw it in a shop, so I was like, maybe I won't buy that until it's actually announced. And then we have 2 that I've just kind of like added on there as well, The Land in Winter, and then one that was completely randomized that I did at the end of my prediction video, that I just did a random number generator and went down the list and picked one of them, and that is Sleep by, I can't even remember who that is by actually. I don't know what's actually gonna be on the list, obviously. We do have a good amount of time between the long list and the short list being announced. Actually, I think it's a lot better than the Women's Prize. If you've ever wanted to kind of do a like reading prize read along, then I highly encourage you, you can do it along with me. I'll probably end up doing at least 4 different vlogs, 3 or 4 depending on how many books I need to read for this, so you can kind of read along with me. I'll tell you when I'm going to read them and we can read them together. We can do our own rankings at the end. That will be kind of fun. I just love this time of year. I love book prizes. Even if I get ultimately disappointed in the winner or like the shortlist, it just makes me read so many amazing books that I've never usually heard of as well. I've been chatting away, and now let me get it set up because I'm going to screen record the actual announcement as well. I love the Booker Prize social media, like for the International Booker, they have like actors reading out excerpts from the different books and stuff like that. I think they've done that before for the Booker Prize. And they just have like really nice looking social media, which is just like a weird thing to say, but it's true. Okay, so it's 2 minutes past 2 now, and I'm refreshing this page, and I haven't uploaded anything on YouTube. They did last year. Maybe it's just late. Maybe I'm on the wrong tab. Let me check. Maybe maybe they're justing on Instagram at first, because they do a lot of announcements on Instagram. Okay, maybe I'll just go on Instagram because I'm too excited. I'm too excited. Let's have a look on Insta. Oh, here we go. Here we go. I think it's here. I think it's here. Right. Let's watch the reel, I think. Let me get my recording ready. Hold on. Wait, how is this going to appear if I click on it? I was all set up for... Oh no! If I click on the video, I can see the description of the video. I'm not looking, I haven't seen what's actually on there, but I assume they're going to write the long list in the description. Why am I having such trouble with this? How can I record this in a way where I can't see it? Okay, I'm going to make make the window of the screen. I'm holding my hand up. I'm going to make the window of the screen small so it cuts off. Here we go. It's going to be a weird looking video that we're doing, but it's fine. Make sure I've got the sound playing. All right, are we ready? I think we're ready. Let's see. I'm so nervous. I'm so excited. I hope there's at least one that I know on there. Otherwise, this will be a boring reaction. But let's see. I'm going to hit record and then I'm going to hit play. Here we go. Cool music. Okay, what have we got? Oh, okay. Love Forms by Claire Adam. Not heard of it. Not heard of it. I don't know if other people predicted it. I don't recall if they have. It looks pretty. I don't know anything about it. Let's move on to the next one. The South by Tash Aw. I've not seen this one either. Okay, that's two brand new ones to me. This one looks cool. I'm not sure if that's a female or male author. I can't actually see it from here. I'm so excited to do a little deep dive after. The South. Universality! Yes! We got it! Oh, I'm so pleased! I'm really, really pleased. I did not think that it would... I don't know why. Why was I think I was just convinced because I loved it so much that I'd be disappointed. But I'm really happy that this is on there. This is going to make me so happy because I just think this is the exact type of book I really want more people to be reading, and that's why I want stuff to be on prizes. It's because it just gets people excited about all these different books, and this will just get to so many different people now. So I'm really, really pleased about that, and I feel kind of vindicated because I love this book, and then loads of people said they didn't like it. Hello, Miso. We're doing a live reaction. Do you want to come in? But no, I'm really, really pleased that this one's in there. If you didn't know anything about this book, this is kind of a social commentary. It starts off with, hello, Miso, do you want to come in? Say hello. Very sweet girl. Here's the baby. What do you think, Mies? You don't love the Booker Prize, do you? What have you got on your face? Her favourite is the Women's Prize. She loves the Women's Prize, not the Booker. How are you doing? Do you want to tell them all about this book? Don't mess up my whole system, please. Don't press play when I'm not ready for you to press play, alright? Anyway, as I was saying, this book starts with this article about this event that happens at a illegal rave where someone gets whacked over the head by a gold bar. And then you have the article as it was written, and then you kind of follow the characters or the people that were involved within that and who are mentioned in the article. I think it's just such an interesting book. I absolutely loved it. I read it so quickly and I love to discuss this one with people. And I also love Natasha Brown's other book as well, Assembly, which was also, when I read it, 5 stars and like one of my favourites of the year. So pleased that this one's on there. Really, really, really happy about that. Let's continue the video and see what's next. One Boat. Oh, I've seen this. I didn't realise this had only just come out, and I should have guessed that there'd be a Fitzcarraldo edition on there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I've seen this around. I didn't realise this was from this year. I thought this was last year. This is... I don't know anything about it. So we're going to carry on, press play, see what else is on there. But I'm pleased for a Fitzcarraldo one. Flashlight. I feel like I recognise that cover as well. Oh, and then we have Sonia Sunny, which I don't recognise. Oh no, The Loneliness of Sonia Sunny. That's another really pretty cover, but I also don't recognise that. So we've got one that I recognise, one that I've read, and the others I can't say much on yet. So, oh, I've seen so much about this one. Audition, Kitamura. I have heard loads of good things about this one, and I'm convinced that I'm going to really, really enjoy this one. So I'm actually really, really pleased about this being on there, and I think this will be one of the first ones that I probably read because I've heard amazing things. It sounds right up my street, but pleased about that. The Rest of Our Lives, I don't know. I've not seen that one, so let's continue on. The Land in Winter! That was one of my predictions! Well, thank you actually to Szalay, who was talking about this book and then made me put it on my predictions. I'm pretty pleased that I ended up putting it on there. This one is about, I think, a couple that's getting a divorce or something, but it's set over this really cold winter, and it just sounds really atmospheric and very cool. So excited to read that one, and excited that I got 2 of my predictions. I'm pretty pleased with that. I said I'd be pleased if I got at least 2. Let's see what else is on there. We have Endling by Reva, which is another absolutely stunning cover. That's really beautiful. I don't know anything about it. Let's continue. Oh, Flesh. I've seen a lot of people talk about this one, actually. I can't remember what it's about, but that was on a few people's predictions. So I recognise this. Seascraper by Benjamin Wood. I have not heard about that. I feel like there's a few Bens that are on the long list. Am I just made that up? I feel like I saw someone else called Ben. Don't know. Another pretty cover though. Love that. And then we have Misinterpretation. Another one I don't know anything about. There's a lot of unknowns on this list. How many through are we? Do I have any more guests left? Yep, that's it. Wow. Wow. What do we think, guys? I can't believe it. That's so exciting and so much fun. So, we have Love Forms, The South, Universality, One Boat, Flashlight, The Loneliness of Sonia and Sunny, I read that wrong, Audition, The Rest of Our Lives, The Land in Winter, Endling, Flesh, Seascraper, and Misinterpretation. This is so exciting. I have so much to look into. Oh my god, I need to get on my library holds right now. Hold on. Okay, we're going handheld because the rest of this video is going to be chaotic. But I've just done some frantic putting things on hold. A lot of stuff wasn't even on there, so I think it's not even out yet, a lot of them. Let's look at my prediction list, because there's a couple missing that I'm shocked aren't on there. So yeah, I kind of suspected that Glyph might not make it. That's kind of, that's fine. And Dream Hotel, sad, but I'm fine that they're not on there. I think maybe they're just not right for the Booker. Beautyland, Good Girl, Nesting. What the hell? Nesting didn't make it. I'm really surprised Nesting didn't make it. I'm really surprised Ripeness didn't make it. And Our Evenings, I'm really surprised. And then Wee Pretty Pieces of Flesh, I'm really surprised. I've not read that one, but I have just only heard rave reviews about it. I think it would have really fit based on what I know about it. And I'm shocked. I am shocked that that one's not on there. That's really, really confusing. That's kind of crazy. So I only predicted 2 correct. I'm fine with that. Seemingly, I'm pretty pleased with the list as it looks, but I have to admit that I don't know quite a few books that are on there. I think a lot of people are going to be shocked at what's missing, to be honest. I think especially Nesting, that's going to be a shock. Maybe because it was on the Women's Prize, but that doesn't normally stop. It doesn't mean it can't be on 2 different prizes. But I did get my #1 pick. So that's all I can ask for, really, because if there was one I wanted to be on there, it would be this book, and it has made it. So that has given me a good, trust or a good bit of faith in this list. So I can't be too upset. I personally didn't love Nesting as well. So I'm kind of maybe thinking that these judges are actually quite compatible with my own taste, which is going to be fun and interesting. So let's do a little bit of research. I managed to get a couple of these on hold for my library, but everything is already, it's just incredibly long waits for everything. I think I am gonna have to do a little bit of book shopping. Oh no, I have to buy books. Let's have a little look. Let's just go down this list one by one. Let me do Love Forms first. This is all about a mother who is searching for a daughter that she left behind a lifetime ago. And it says it's a heart-achingly new novel from the award-winning author of Golden Child. So I've not heard of Golden Child before. So apparently this is incredibly sad or moving or heartbreaking. It's got quotes from Claire Kilroy Choi, Monique Roffey, and some other people saying that it's really beautifully written. So I'm excited. I'm not super excited about this one, but I would definitely give it a go. Obviously I have to, because I'm going to be reading all of these books for my vlogs, which is going to be a lot of books because I've only read one of them. Next up we have The South by Tash Aw. I'm not sure how you pronounce their second name. And this says it's a quietly powerful coming-of-age novel set in rural Malaysia in the 90s. Oh, and it's a planned series. So this is actually the first in a quartet, which is probably going to be called The South, East, West, North. Well, that's just my guess. Just popping you up there now so I can do some typing. That sounds really good. It's around 288 pages. That's good. I wonder how long the first one actually is in that. I will definitely be looking at page count just to try and manage like when I'm reading them. Then next up we have Universality, which I've already told you about. And then we have One Boat by Jonathan Buckley. So this is about a woman who is, I think, like recently orphaned, and she goes back to this small town on the Greek coast, which is the same place she visited when her mum dies. So just after her father dies, she returns, and it looks like kind of gets mixed up in some of the like stories again about the life of people going on in this, who live in this town. It says it's about questions of identity, free will, guilt, and responsibility. This sounds intriguing to me. I've already like picked this up a few times in bookshops and looked this over. I also usually really have really good luck with Fitzcarraldo editions, so probably the one I'm most excited about so far out of the ones I didn't know. Next up we have Flashlight by Susan Choi. This looks like it's one of these books that really spans a lot of time and a lot of different places. I'm seeing like America and Korea and Japan, but it's about a family who's a girl is 10 years old when she loses her father after they go like walking on the beach one night. Yeah, I'm not picking up much else from the blurb, except for a crazy amount of good blurbing. Like everyone is saying that this is just incredible and devastating and like the next great American novel. Effusive praise, but I'm not being grabbed by the description of it. But you know, I'm usually, not usually, but I am sometimes wrong with what ends up actually being an amazing book for me. That one also looks a little bit longer. That's around a 500 page. Next up we have The Loneliness of Sonia and Sunny. This one sounds really cute actually. So this is Sonia and Sunny first like meet each other, or they glimpse each other in like a train car, but they are kind of immediately drawn to each other, but also embarrassed because it turns out their families tried to matchmake them before. I think this is set in India, but with two like American Indian characters maybe, but this sounds like a love story. It sounds like a literary love story. I love a love story. This I think will be really nice to read. I'm quite excited about this. Oh my god, this one's long though. It looks like about 700 pages, a nice chunky boy. Okay, that's fine. Next up we have Audition, and I definitely am excited about seeing this one on there. I also kind of don't want to read the description too much of this one because I have heard that it's better going in not knowing as much. Okay, I've scanned the description, but it sounds actually like they are leaving you to guess what this is about. Basically it's about a woman, two people meeting for lunch, a woman who's like a very accomplished actress and then a much younger man, and is not telling you anything else about it. But I've heard people talk about this book and it sounds really, really up my street. It sounds very surprising, and I think that I'm gonna love this one. So I'm really excited about that one. Then we have The Rest of Our Lives. This one doesn't look the same as some of the others on this list. It's saying it's like a funny book and life affirming. I think it's a road trip novel. I don't know, this to me, based on cover, obviously you're not allowed to judge a book by its cover, it's not giving Booker. I don't know what it's giving actually, but it's not screaming Booker Prize to me. I usually do enjoy if we've got a lot of different genres of books, different styles of books, and the issue with funny books is you just have to find it funny yourself. Like there's no getting around it. If you don't find it funny, then it's just going to be really painful to get through. But I will obviously give it a try. And then we have the other one that I had known about, which is The Land in Winter. So like I said, this is about two couples set over this very, very cold winter. You're kind of following their lives, and it is set in the like wake of the Second World War. Then we have Endling by Maria Reva. Oh, this is a debut. That sounds really good. About the journey of 3 women and 1 extremely endangered snail. Oh, I have heard of this one. I have heard a couple of people talk about this one. I can't like put my finger on what this is about because it says it's about endangered snails and mail order brides and about these 3 women. And I think it is set in Ukraine as well but it's by a Canadian writer. I have no idea what to expect with this one, but I'm excited to read it. Then we have Flesh that I've also heard a lot about, and he has been shortlisted before, I believe, which is why people were predicting that he'd be on there. This is about a 15-year-old boy who is living with his mother in an apartment in Hungary, basically gets involved with this older woman, and then you're skipping forward years later when he is in London and like associating with this like super rich and lots of people with lots of money and lots of power. And lots of people are saying about this one that they were absolutely hooked. They read it in a day. This is the book that will like bring you out of a reading slump. That all sounds really good, especially with some of the like longer and more like heart-wrenching novels. I do like something like short, propulsive, so I'm excited to read that one. Obviously I'm saying that for most of the books on this list, but I'm getting more excited as we're going down the list. The first couple were like they sound good, but maybe not right up my street. So let's see what this next one's about. This is Seascraper, which I've not heard anyone talk about and I've not seen before. So this is following a man called Thomas who lives a very slow life, and he works as a shanker, which is basically scraping like shrimp on the beach, I think. But he really wants to be a musician. And then one day when an American kind of comes to town, like shakes up the drudgery of his days. This one sounds interesting. I'm not like super like rushing to read this one, but it could definitely surprise me. And then finally we have Misinterpretation by Ledia Xhoga, and this is another debut book. Okay, first line of the description sounds really intriguing. An Albanian interpreter reluctantly agrees to work with a Kosovar torture survivor during his therapy sessions, and she soon becomes entangled in her client's struggles. I've not heard anything about this one, but I like the vibe that I'm seeing. I like that it's a debut as well, and I feel like it's maybe one of the lesser known ones on this list as well. So that is the final one. I've got to get book buying. I've got to like start planning, start reading, start doing my vlogs. It's going to be really, really exciting. Mainly just pleased to see my girl Natasha on there. She deserves it. I absolutely love both of her books. I'm a little upset that some of the ones I was more excited about weren't on there. We Pretty Pieces of Flesh, I'm surprised. I'll still definitely read that at some point, but it now kind of has to go on the back burner because I've got all these books to read. But I have strong like faith that there will be a good few books on this list that I really, really enjoy. There's only a couple that I'm thinking, oh god, it's going to be a bit of a slog maybe to get through those. I'd love to say a quick thank you to my Patreons. You guys are the absolute best. I love you guys so, so much. Thank you so much for supporting me, supporting this channel, and making this the best place to be on the internet. If you're interested in my Patreon, there'll probably be some other Booker Prize related things going up on there as well at some point in the next couple of months. There's always a link in the description for you to check that out. But mainly, I really want to hear from you. What is your reactions about this list? I always want to really hear from you. What have you heard about these books? Have you read any of them? Where should I start? Do you have any predictions of what you think you're gonna like best? Do you know what I'm gonna like best? Are you gonna follow my vlogs if I start doing Booker Prize vlogs? I'd love to know. Yeah, I think I have to finish off this video so that I can upload it, get your reactions, and then I'm gonna sit here and do some book buying. And yeah, I'm just super, super excited. And I really want to go and see everybody else's reactions as well. All of the other people that do Booker Prize kind of content and see what they're saying about everything. I just love prizes. They get me so excited about reading. So let's keep this energy for the vlogs, because I know that at some point it's going to be an absolute slog, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be really fun. Thank you so much for watching this video and for live reacting along with me. I know it wasn't live for you, but it was for me, and it was great fun to have you here. If you haven't already, please remember to like this video and subscribe as well. But other than that, I will talk to you again soon. Bye!